Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Athena's Listening Crew. I'm Renee,
And I'm Lena.
and we have an awesome episode today. We're a little bit excited about it because we get to celebrate episode 13.
Yes.
Lucky
It's a good
13.
number. It's a good number, guys. It's a good number.
Yeah, so today we figured we'd do a little celebration of it. Plus, I'm doing a double celebration. Um, so I don't know if I told you this or not. It's been over a year and I finally submitted time off. So I get to have a vacation.
Guys, this is big. This is big. Okay. Renee usually does not succumb to peer pressure. She's doing it. So proud of her. So proud.
It took my body to tell me otherwise. And so I am
Which is
celebrating with
why.
a little sparkling wine on my side. And I do have orange juice to add, but I think I may not add it because it's kind of like a raspberry sparkling wine. So I may just
It's
stick with
perfect
that.
for a Sunday morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I have my
I
little
just went
hit,
hardcore.
the hardcore. What is that, Merlot or Chardonnay?
This is Malbec.
Malbec.
So in my more refined age, I have gone to Malbec, which is pretty rich red wine to me, but it's real smooth. I'm not a cab girl. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
there. I'm not Syrah. That's kind of a little bit too dry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking like I'm a wine connoisseur. I'm not. I just I just moved from sweet to like more of a more robust. I don't know. Anyway, it tastes good. Okay.
Did I tell you how
It's
that's
less
how I finished
sugary.
my undergrad? My very last class of my undergrad, I needed just a couple more credits above for division. It didn't matter what it was. So I took a wine appreciation course. NAU has this big like hotel and restaurant program. So they had like a beer appreciation and a wine appreciation. So I basically
Yeah.
drank my way out of college.
As you should, as we all should. I There was this really nasty wine cooler called Boone's Farm.
Oh my God. Flashback to high school.
We took that in our college classes, like in the back row. I remember it was in math class too,
hmm
specifically. I went through that class drunk. I passed it for some reason, but I attribute it to
Well,
Boone's Farm.
they do say if you're going to like take a test drinking or like drunk or like high, you have to study drunk or high, like the both. Like you have to do it
Oh,
both. So if you
look
were
at that.
studying while you were
Yeah,
drinking and you took the test,
yeah.
that's why you still did well.
Oh, so consistency was the key. I was consistently drinking Boone's Farm in that math class.
See, consistency is always the key, not
I think I
perfection.
got an, I know I passed it for sure, but
I I
I'm not
got
trying to promote
flashbacks.
drinking in class. But anyway, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, just saying.
I got
Um,
flashbacks. Just Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill in a plastic cup
yeah, because it
in
was
high
so
school.
cheap. It was like $1 or $2 or
For a
something.
gallon of it, this purple stuff, purple passion. I don't know if anyone remembers purple passion. We had purple passion.
I thought it was fancy because I got strawberry, sorry, strawberry flavoring. But
Yeah.
anyway,
All right, back to
uh,
celebrating our
yes.
lucky 13. So, um, yeah, so we thought we'd do something a little bit different here. We really want to tackle the whole like superstition, so forth around numbers within like
Mhm.
not just like within business or just life. We're gonna bring up sports too. So and how 13 is not necessarily unlucky.
No, I think it's a great number.
Yeah. So there is actually a term for this, and I am going to do my best to pronounce it, and I'm going to get it totally wrong, except for the phobia part, because I know how to say phobia. It's called triskaidekaphobia. I don't know. There's too many letters in it. It basically
Sounds right. Mm.
it drives significant, often costly avoidance behaviors despite lacking empirical evidence or of misfortune. So it's just the fear of certain numbers. Like here in the Western world, we have the fear of 13. I mean, hotels don't have 13 floors, but for some reason there is a 13th floor. It's just not titled 13.
Yeah, it goes 12, 14.
So, what was it? And then so we try to avoid 13. However, they did find some things like where did I see this? I have it written down somewhere. Um, that the Market Watch reports that traditionally Friday the 13th is a good day for stock markets, with the stocks veering upwards of 55% on it usually. So,
Yeah. Because in it, well, that's the numbers world too, right? So money, numbers, mathematicians absolutely love the number 13, because it's a prime number
mhm.
and divisible by one in itself. which makes it a fundamental in number theory. I had to write that down because I'm not a mathematician, but but they consider it basically a happy number
Hmm.
because it's got a lot of positives to it.
This isn't too bad. It's a little bit on the sweet side for me, and I usually like my drinks a little bit on the sweet side, but not too
Hmm.
sweet. It's raspberry sparkletini is what it's called. So, so this is what it looks like. So I went to like, yeah, I'm t taking this off path again. So I went to three places because I'm usually like, I'm from the Phoenix area. So anyone knows it's a huge metropolitan area, right? So we are currently down in Tucson. And I have this mentality that I'm just going to go over Safeway because I know I can get individual bottles of sparkling wine or anything like that. And they didn't have any, so I went to Fry's. They didn't have any, so I had to go to Total Wine. I was on a mission to find these little bottles because I'm like, all I
Yeah,
need is
and
one.
usually those places do have it.
Well, they don't around the base.
Well, did you go to Class Six?
Oh, I can't do that anymore.
Oh, that's where they hold all the liquor.
Yes.
For
So,
those that don't know what I'm talking, it's at a gas station on base,
hmm.
and what we would call like a convenience store. We call them Class Six as well, because traditionally Class Six was where they exclusively sold alcohol, like beer
Hmm.
and liquor and stuff.
And they still do on army
But
bases.
and it's yeah, because it's tax free, it's a bit
Hmm.
cheaper. Um, and actually, they sometimes tend to have, because it's a military, um, a lot of different stuff from around the world. So,
Hmm. Different things. So,
yeah.
all right. So when it comes to superstition, it impacts behaviors, of course, right? By offering an illusion of control over uncertain outcomes, which can reduce anxiety and boost confidence. So it's all of the pseudo, I don't even know where you go with that, but it's pseudo basically. But because of that, because it's pseudo, it leaves you with these pseudo feel and reduces anxiety and builds confidence. It can also lead to irrational decision making and also increase anxiety and compulsive ritual behaviors. Like, all right, I'll spill it. I have a thing for threes. Like, and of course, it was also reinforced after watching an episode of Ancient Aliens, which is like one of my favorite shows. But I have things that things have to be done in threes. And so that's kind of a superstition I have that has been like so ingrained. So it leads to some crazy stuff. And also,
Mhm.
when I played sports, I had, like most athletes, I had my own superstition. I had to bounce was it three? No, I think it was two, though. When I played tennis, I had to bounce the ball twice before serving. Like, I had to do it the same way. And if it wasn't the same, I had to stop and restart. And
Yeah.
so, and that
It's
leads
like
to,
it turns into a ritual, really.
hmm.
It just turns to a ritual practice. Um, and I mean, I used to have them. I flew in the military, not a pilot, but as an air crew. And there's certain things I had to do before I stepped on that plane that I really didn't share with anyone else because I didn't want them to think. But there was things like I had to get up at a certain time. I had to, like, I'm talking, the number of hours between me getting up and stepping foot on the plane. Then I had to do certain things to get there. Like it became a ritual thing. Three is a big thing for me too. I just love three. So anything that falls in line with 3, 13. I notice with 3 and 7
Yeah, because they're
and a
prime numbers.
combination thereof. Yeah, I really, really gives me comfort.
Yeah.
So,
So, like, even Serena Williams, she always had to tie her shoelaces the exact same way. Let's see, laced the exact same way, and on court, she wears the same pair of socks during a tournament. Another ritual she practices on the court is to bounce the ball 5 times before her first serve and twice before her second serve. So, see, I wasn't that unusual.
no, a lot of people. I mean, come on, baseball is notoriously known for and all kinds of stuff because of the being superstitious. So it's quite a common thing. But it's okay to I focused on 13 in this episode and Renee was going to carry us through like superstition. But I got
Different
just kind of
angles.
fascinated with 13
Hmm.
because it's almost like if there was a building with the floor 13, I would go onto that and then book a room on that 13th floor. That's me. Like I would run towards it. Um, but I found it interesting that 13 is heavily influenced as unlucky by the Western culture,
Hmm.
but by a lot of the rest of the world, they embrace the number 13. Part of my heritage is Italian, and in Italy, 13 is considered a lucky number, symbolizing prosperity and life, which I thought goes well with. Don't we wish that with entrepreneurs to just have be prosper and whatever that looks like, and to live your own life, right? As that freedom with being an entrepreneur. And then
Definitely.
also like what is it? Oh, and in reference to Athena's listening crew, our goddess Athena, there are 13 full moon cycles in a year, connecting the 13 natural cycles, femininity and intuition rather than disruption. There's a lot of good stuff with 13, and it is a symbol of transformation as well. For some folks, they might fear that 13, I can the tarot world, it's like 13 is the 13 card is death, which signifies, but it signifies transformation. It's a
Hmm.
rebirth, it's shedding of the old life into the new life. So
Hmm.
all these I felt like really tied in to kind of like what we do here on Athena's listening crew, like breaking out and doing our own thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. But I'm gonna hand it over to you, Renee, on the superstition stuff.
But like, but the like how 13 is avoided here, like you said, it's embraced in other cultures. And then I found somewhere that in the Chinese culture, 4 is avoided, like we do
Mhm.
13, and 8 is considered lucky. But in some places, 13 is also seen as used to break the curse of other items. So that would be interesting. I didn't go much deeper into that one, but that'd be interesting to see where
Pattern
that came.
disruptor,
Yes, pattern.
breaking bad old habits, patterns, breaking them.
And just being a disruptor, which is what entrepreneurship is, right? We go out
Yes,
and we disrupt
break
society
out.
and hmm
You're breaking out, you're breaking off from the norm to what you want, breaking away from the old to the new, or really of who you are. So,
yeah. And like what was it? Coco Chanel was told by a fortune teller that her lucky number was 5. So that is where she gave her most famous perfume the name Chanel number 5. So I thought that was kind of
and
interesting. I was like, oh, that's where that came from.
and I think that was a little bit successful.
You think?
Just
Just
a
a little
little,
bit.
just a little bit. I've heard of her.
See what else do we have
And
here?
oh, and if anything, I know Taylor Swift,
Ooh,
heard of her?
all you Swifties, I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
have.
Guess what? Yeah, 13 is her lucky number. She's famously used it. Yeah. Um, and I think it's attributed to she credits to her success as well, but that's her lucky number is 13. So, and I think she's a bit famous. She's a bit
I bet.
successful.
We
She's a
need to do
pretty
a
much
trail.
a badass goddess in her own right. So,
Yes, it'd be
um,
interesting to do a trailblazing episode on her and also
mhm.
Madonna. And to me, it'd be interesting to see how their lives, especially women in the music industry, and had just exploded and been able to go across different, not what do you call them? Um, I mean, she went from country to pop.
She went global. They
Yeah,
went global and cross cultures,
cross
everything, right?
culture. Hmm.
Busted. So it's interesting you brought up Madonna because just last night, I told you I was on a man, I went out this whole weekend and I was out there. Yeah. Coming in at 3:45 a.m. I was like,
Woo!
ooh, okay. But I was out last night and someone had mentioned Madonna and said how
Hmm.
she's making a comeback at 67. And I was like, what? So they're like, yeah, she's back on Spotify. Like she's on number one. Like she came back out again. And so I have to check it out. But so it's interesting you brought her up. Talk about someone who just kept redefining her, like just she just
Hmm.
was who she was and she didn't care and she just kept evolving and she's still going.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's
Yeah, because just like I mean, she has basically been in our lives, right? Because she
hmm
started with our generation, and just seeing her change through the way her music changed and how she moved with the time to stay relevant I mean, that is a very business sense right there because don't companies do that too? They change to stay relevant with the times
Yeah,
and to
but it's
keep
almost like
growing.
she also still stayed with who she was
She
as an
was. Yeah.
she is as an
Hmm.
artist, not was, but who she is as an artist in those evolving times. Like she still, it's like, yeah, she moved forward with the time, but she still kept true to her. That's what it comes across. And I don't know her, but it comes across as she just still kept to who she is. Because sometimes we do go to feel like we need to catch up with the times, but we lose ourselves sometimes
Hmm.
along the way. It just seems like she's always kept that herself grounded first and then kind of almost like have it shifted with her. So,
So,
but yeah, there's another prime goddess. We should do a bit of a trailblazing on that one.
and then that one trailblazer I did pull up with Lucky 13 was Mary Kay Cosmetics. So the founder, Mary Kay Ash, utilized Lucky 13 as the signature for her company starting on Friday the 13th, 1963, as a testament to ignoring superstition and embracing confidence. Her world, uh, Mary Kay World headquarters is 13 stories tall. It has 13 elevators, and her office is on the 13th floor, where it remains as she left it when she passed in 2001. So
Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, I was like, I mean, she embraced 13 and ran with it. Let's see, what else do I have about her? She already had a highly successful career with Stanley Home Products before beginning her empire. But her success was not recognized or rewarded, of course. Twice
Hmm.
she was passed over for promotions in favor of men who she trained.
Holy cow. Okay.
Um, so salt in the wound for sure. She would retire early at 45 and went home to write an advice book for women in business on how to survive in a man's world. About halfway through the book, she had a eureka moment. She realized that she had written a remarkable business plan. So with her husband and the $5,000 in savings, she decided to launch Beauty by Mary Kay. Sadly, just months before the grand opening, her husband passed away, and it was then that most of the men in her life, the banker, the ministers, relatives, told her that should forget about the business idea because it's too risky without him. But she said no. She believed in the concept, and look where it went. Um, she established the Mary Kay Foundation in 1996 to work on funding or finding cures for cancer affecting women. The mission, says Anna Cruz, which is where I pulled this from, has since expanded to prevent violence against women and children. Since 2000, the Mary Kay Foundation has made gifts of nearly 50 million to domestic violence shelters across America, including dozens in Texas, is where she stems out of. And
That's incredible.
some of that I did not know.
I didn't know a lot of that. I just knew her. That was a household product, or somebody was selling Mary Kay. Remember those
Hmm.
parties? And then I would remember the reward for like the highest seller is like a pink car.
Hmm.
Like they get to ride around in. I don't know if they were given it or they got it for a certain period of time. But that's all that was my limited knowledge on her. But
Yeah.
she's a powerhouse.
Hmm.
And in pink.
Yes. Embracing femininity and power at
Yeah.
the same time. So,
Pink power.
yeah.
So
So,
yeah, that's like few of the examples and just fun chat around 13 and kind of like shifting from fear to power. Just
hmm.
just another little shift that we can kind of maybe take a look at it differently. Not be
And
afraid
that's
of that.
Yeah, and that's what actually I've always with my clients work on is don't let your mind get in the way of what you can do because our minds have such great powers. Like if we start to take if that we let the fear take over, it can hinder our success in business or it can like if you're too afraid to even launch, I mean again, you're hindering your
Yeah.
success. So,
Because that comes from it's not just was born in your mind, it's from old beliefs. It's from stuff that was ingrained in us because this Western culture, it comes from certain religious backgrounds too. And if it
mhm.
becomes embedded in society, then it creates this belief. So we talked about disruptors. So it's disrupting that old belief system and kind of questioning. It's okay to question it. It's okay to be like looking at it. If you want to stick with, oh, it's bad luck. That's cool too. You all just know you have a choice. You
Hmm.
have a choice to look at it and be like, I think I want to, and then, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like breaking the old belief system.
And,
Because where's it coming from? You know, is it something that I believe in, or is it something that was told to me? So it's just kind of like taking it from that view and then take your own take on it. Take your own take.
yeah, it's like also have your belief systems, right? Because that's what helps
Yeah.
gears us. But check
Right.
those, making sure they're not hindering you. And if you need to break them and create new belief systems in yourself,
Yeah,
in what you
that's the
can
thing.
do
It's
in the
taking
world.
looking
Yeah.
at it and then where is it coming from? Is it something
Hmm.
you believe in? Cool. Then yeah, have that. That's your values and your beliefs. But is it something that somebody else told you and taught you and kind of like, but you didn't have any room to kind of like look at it at your own way? Just that's all. That's all. Just
Yeah.
kind of
Not to
looking at it.
question it. This is what you're supposed to believe and don't question it.
Right. But you do have your own mind and you're allowed to question it and come up with your own conclusion. That's it.
Pew pew.
It's another pew 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 drink moment.
Cheers.
So happy 13th episode, Renee.
Happy
Yay.
13th.
I
Yes.
am very proud of you for taking a week off of work.
Thank you.
Yay. Because we're she's do another plug-in on Renee's her own company.
Hmm. So I do exactly what I tell other people not to do, right? And so Lena is always over there like eyeballing me and I'm like, what now? But I have these plans. I'm trying to get myself set up. So in order to set up, not only do I have my main job, I've got my business and this podcast. And my business also has another podcast. And I'm like, oh, I can do it. Like, don't we all have that thought? Like, we're women, we can do this. Like, keep putting it on our plate. And then this happened once before. My body's like, no, you
Yeah.
need to slow down. So I had to reshift everything I was doing and focusing on my body, focusing on my health, be like, okay, we can put some things on hold and let's just take a vacation where we go hang out by the pool, go golfing with mom
Yeah.
and just chillax a little bit.
Oh, is it like the burnout episode we did?
Oh, yes, it
Hmm.
is. And that came at the perfect time because I was like, I'm feeling it. Yes, here it is. It's coming. So, but yeah, I am solely looking forward to that time off. And but we do have some great episodes coming
Yeah.
up in the meantime. And I know we've already done a few intervals. I mean intervals as a personal trainer here, right? So there comes that Freudian slip right there. Um, Interviews coming up. So we've already interviewed them, and so I
And
can't
this
wait
is
to
one
get
of the
those out.
Easter egg interviews.
The Easter
Uh,
egg.
yeah, we're interviewing the sisters who own a winery.
Oh, sisters. Yes. I was like Easter egg. I was like, what?
Oh, it's like it's like a hint, hint.
Yeah, I can't wait to get the sisters on. That is
Yeah,
going to be great too.
yeah, it's just a
So
hint. So
we've got them scheduled. And then we've got some other episodes. Let me get those up. I know we've got some more coming up. We're making some changes to some of the episodes we are doing. So, as we are also doing, again, we are looking for trailblazers and we're doing some research. Like every episode, some of the episodes, we definitely want to make sure we have some trailblazers on. But if you have a trailblazer in your family, send us their information or like a short, like a little story of it, of whoever she was in
it
your
doesn't
family.
have to be like a well-known, like if it's a trailblazer in your community, in
Hmm.
your family, just even in your family that was like the first to break through this or whatever. Yeah, let us know, please.
Yeah, because I want us to, and we still have to reach out. There is a uh, taco shop, Mexican restaurant, in in the fourth area of Tucson that the it was the grandmother now came from Mexico, started it, and so she's since passed away, but the family has just grown this, like kept
Yeah.
this running going. And then also just talking when we were talking to Isabel from her mother was a trailblazer, and she talked about her just how she came to this country not knowing anyone and what she had to do just to
And
create this
broke
life.
into a very masculine industry of tailors. She didn't
Hmm.
become a seamstress. She's like, no, I'm a tailor. And that was pretty badass, might I
Hmm.
say. So yeah, she
Yeah,
tells a
I
really good
felt that
story on
one.
that one.
I got the
Yeah.
chills on that one. So
Yeah.
anyone in your family, anyone you know, send it to us. We'll get it out because the more trailblazers we hear or we can talk about, the better. I want to get it out. I want us to talk about them and not have it hush hush.
Right. We want to bring them to the light. We want to bring them out. We want to showcase them. We want to honor them. We want to, yeah, tell their story. That's what we
So,
do here. Right.
yes.
So, all
And
right.
then,
Well,
oh, one more. But on the
yeah,
flip
go ahead.
side, if you're a woman business owner, and you would like to come onto our podcast, reach out to us. We definitely want to hear from you. You just email us at Athena's Listening Crew at gmail.com, or you can send us a message via Instagram or on YouTube, probably Instagram, because YouTube is be public. So let us know. Tell us, and we're looking for women business owners in all areas, especially even male dominated areas like finance, mechanics, like you name it.
Plumbers,
Hmm.
you
They're
know,
out there.
yes, construction work. I mean, contracting. There's a ton of stuff. I know there's women out there. We know
Hmm.
they're out there doing their thing, and we just want to bring them to light,
Hmm.
and really celebrate them,
Hmm.
have them tell their story.
Yeah,
So,
awesome. All right. Well, I'm off to finish the rest of my raspberry sparkletini. So,
and yes, it's not 8 o'clock in the morning. It's closer to 11, but it's afternoon somewhere, so it's
see,
okay.
that's why I brought the orange juice to add to it because I'm gonna be like, what's the morning? I'll have mimosas. I mean, that's
I
healthy,
did have
right?
coffee first, so yeah. So now I'm gonna balance it out with some red wine. It's good
Yes.
antioxidants and in moderate doses. But yeah, so
Though, now that you said that, though, I am glad you got out this weekend and rested as well because you are on the go as much as I am. You're more so on the go of going
yeah,
places
I
and
have a jam-packed May and June especially. It's been speeding up, and so yeah, I really
and
enjoyed myself.
and you're getting close to the end of your program. So I know it's coming to a head. So that is just adding on. And I remember the end of my all my programs, and I know what that felt like. And that you went out this
Hmm.
weekend and you just let loose and you relaxed and you took care of yourself and you just enjoyed yourself, which is kudos, kudos. Props to you.
Yeah, I'll share on a different episode what's all been going on. But yeah, um, things are in the works. I'm 6 months out from launching my own um, business, my own practice. So I gotta get, yeah, that's another project on board. I kind of put it to the side for a second, but it's coming back on.
Awesome.
So thanks. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again, everyone who keeps coming back and listening. We see the numbers. We appreciate that. And share, get it out more if you guys, we would totally appreciate
Yes,
that. Yeah.
please, please. This is really, we have no other intention other than hearing people's stories, giving this platform to just another space for people to come on and share their story. We think everyone deserves time to be able to be listened to be heard, for someone to be on the receiving end, to hear them out, to really and just applaud them for
Hmm.
all like what they've done and what they've done for themselves and for the community. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we just want to
And
honor that.
we're here just to support and learn from each
Mhm.
other. So,
Absolutely. And yeah, we
yeah.
absolutely do learn. So
Yes.
hopefully you guys are teaching us. All right.
All right.
But until then, take time to be kind to yourselves and take time for yourselves to have some of that rest and relaxation time too. And
Yes.
keep
Self-care.
doing your badassery stuff.
All right.
Thanks for
Next.
listening, guys.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.